What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode 4, EA Sports PGA Tour, final round, US Amateur Championship. If you watched the last 3 rounds, you know that we have been absolutely demolishing Bandon Dunes Golf Course. I mean, just insane rounds. So, we're going to see how today goes. Obviously, we're 30 strokes in the lead at least. So not a lot we can do to mess that up. Just gonna do a few changes here on the skill tree, and then we will get started. Last time we did some power, accuracy on the drive-in, approach the short game. Um, I'd like to do this. That little pick shot out of the bunker, little spinner. Our putting's been good, but we're gonna increase the putting skill, make it just a little bit easier, and that will do it for now. Alright, here we go. Final round. US Amateur at Bandon Dunes.
EA Sports is proud to present continuing coverage of the world of golf. Today, live coverage comes your way of the final round. What a week and weekend this has been so far. Everything you want in a golf tournament. By nightfall, we will have our winner. As you take a look at the current leaderboard on this Sunday afternoon, we get the round started here at Bandon Dunes with a par 4, measuring out at a couple of ticks under 400 yards. A safe drive should get you a nice uphill look to this green, but getting on the right tier is a must unless
56.
you want to start your day with a 70-foot putt.
On each round so far. Don't think we're going to shoot a 53 today. Pins in the back.
And not the way you want to start your morning. That is going to be trouble right out of the starting gate. Let's bring in Nota Begay the third once more. Nota, when you were a kid with those big dreams, 11, 12 years old, you're on the putting green practicing all those hours. The 4-footer was for what?
Well, these 4-footers, a lot of 4-footers today are going to be for one of the biggest prizes in golf, and that's an invitation to the Masters and to the U.S. Open. And for any young golfer trying to work their way up the ladder, those are the pinnacles of achievement in our game. So a lot at stake today, a lot of pressure. Let's see how it goes.
All right, downhill, left to right. Starting it off with a birdie.
That's the way to start the day. It is a birdie here at the opening hole. And that score moves to, get this, 40 under par. The second hole, a par 3 measuring 220 yards. In theory, it's a straightforward, though long, par 3. 2 bunkers left and short shouldn't be in play, but the hole does play deceivingly uphill, so a solid strike is a must.
And we didn't get it there. Excuse me.
But not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the
We've almost
turf.
just chipped it in.
Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
That
Tap in
finished
par.
off for a par here at the second. And that's
Starting
going to
the day
keep
off
this
1 under
large
32.
lead right where it is.
Here's the
On to
par
our first
five.
par
Can we go
5 of
4
the
for
round, the
4?
563-yard third
For
hole.
eagles.
Bunkers dot the fairway on each side, and they're penal. But if you can avoid those, you'll find a wide, receptive green that will yield its share of 3s and 4s. And now problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee.
It's definitely not looking like it. My game is lagging.
That second shot took some force on this par 5 just to get it into the green side bunker. Now well positioned, especially with a little savvy bunker shot.
There's that pick shot I was
Pretty
talking
good.
about.
That all that remains for a birdie 4.
We're not going to eagle it, but we will birdie it.
Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. And he is just unstoppable right now. Next up, we reach the par 4 fourth, measuring out at 443 yards. The bunker left of the fairway complicates things a bit, and it is easy to run a tee shot right through the fairway. But if you do wind up in the short grass, the approach shot is one of the most panoramic in golf. Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. So after a well-placed drive, this his second from short range.
Okay, not bad.
This will be a 14-foot putt here. Yeah, that's a good putt. A birdie here at 1. And to no one's surprise, he's going to move even further under par. On now to the number 1 handicap hole on the course. That is the 445-yard par 4 fifth. This one plays right along the bluffs of the Pacific. Keeping it straight here is the big key, because trouble lurks on either side if your tee shot or your approach are wayward. And after the contact, that ball goes straight into the heavy rough. Pretty shaggy lie here as he'll try to muster up something for his second. I like the looks of this one.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Rich, I didn't expect this sort
Oh
of fireworks
my
here today, but
goodness.
already with some birdies on the card and another one here by the looks of things.
Absolutely
Well
darted
done.
that
That
ball.
one rolled in for a birdie. And he will definitely not say no to that. We continue our turn northward along the bluffs as we come to the par 3 sixth. It's another stout one at 217 yards. Most golfers will be happy to play toward the right center part of this large green and stay away from the trouble, including the cliff on the left.
Let's do another little finesse shot here. Little left of the target line. That will work.
And that'll be okay. He was able to get it hole high to the left, and he's left himself a decent look at birdie. The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. Will
We're going to have to
certainly
get a
help the
simulation.
cause. We make our turn away from the ocean now and head to the par 4 7. At 411 yards, it offers a nice wide fairway to sort of bomb away into. That will likely leave an uphill approach for the second, the green that is one of the more
Nice
difficult
draw
on the course. Yeah, why not? Another great tee shot, and maybe a chance now to go after what would be a 5th consecutive birdie. So after that bomb of a drive, this his second to the par 4.
I mean, I just don't know what to say anymore. I literally do not know what to say.
Here at 7. He will definitely not say no to that. The 8th hole is a par 4 at 385 yards. This one, similar in a lot of ways to the 3rd hole. The bigger hitters can easily clear those 2 fairway bunkers and, in theory, leave just a little pitch on for their second.
That's right.
Well, that is right and way offline.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole and a good chance now for another birdie. I mean, this is just becoming too easy now. That a 6th consecutive birdie.
Oh, man.
Will certainly help the cause. On now to the finishing hole here on Bandon Dunes' front side, the par 5-9. It's the longest on the course, measuring out at 585 yards. You'll find a handful of pot bunkers in the inopportune spots along the way. But if you can navigate your way around them, you just might wind up with a birdie putt. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive.
I don't think we could lose this right now. That's going in the collection area. If it gets out of the rough, it's not
That
going
was
to.
unlucky, too. If that ball had just slowed down, it could have been an eagle putt. Just kept going. Oh, just over the back.
Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
Yeah, really not a whole lot in this. Maybe just started around the left edge, but it's fairly flat all the way.
I don't know if it's lagging on the recording, but it's definitely lagging in my game right now.
Yeah, that's a good putt.
All right.
It's in for par here
Par
at the 9.
or number 9,
That'll
par
finish
5.
off a 29 on this front side. 7 shots
7 under
par.
through 9.
We begin the back 9 here at Bandon Dunes with a par 4, measuring
That's
out
another
at
ridiculous.
380 yards. It's yet another hole where that blue ocean catches your eye in the
round.
distance beyond. This hole, fairly straightforward, but big hitters should take note of that pot bunker that sits about 30 yards short of the green.
That's over the green. Hit his foot. Yep.
Oh, and that just did not want to settle. It'll wind up rolling off the fairway and into the heavy stuff.
And for a short little shot, the heavy rough certainly makes things more difficult because the rough gets between the club face and the ball. But not bad, all things considered.
That one just going to sneak on by.
This lag is giving me a headache.
So that's in for par to
We
start
got the
this
par.
backside. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in
40
hand.
shots ahead.
On to the 11th now, a par 4 at 452 yards. Best to keep it down the middle or to the right off the tee. That leads to an uphill second where you'll most likely have to take it
You literally
right over that
triple bogey
bunker
every
that
hole
guards the
and still-
front right portion of the green.
Really starting to make a hard game look easy. Drive after drive has been superb. And this one, well, as we like to say, is in the mayor's office. That's a good shot, and more importantly too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Maybe a look to the heavens here. That didn't need much more.
That's right, tap in par.
So that brushed in for par here at 11. He's going to maintain that substantial lead. On to the par 3 12th hole. This is the number 18 handicap hole, so maybe that gives you a little reason for optimism. But par is not a bad score here as this measures out at 238 yards, the longest of the 4 par 3s.
There, but we're going to try it. And I've hit it slow and pulled it. It'd have been right in that bunker too. It's a good thing we pulled it.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
Oh, what a shot.
Oh, how about the touch right there? Very well done.
Hard to
Another
do much
tap-in
better
par.
than that. It was nearly perfect.
Easy.
That one safely in. It's par here at 12.
Par
And he'll
5
be unable
coming
to
up,
take that
number
score
13.
any further under par. He'll stay right where he is. The rolling hills of Oregon
Try
provide
to
the
get that
backdrop to this
top
par 5
tier on the left
13th
side
hole.
again.
At 553 yards, it is reachable in 2. Big dunes in the fairway
Nope.
could make the stance awkward for that second
Pushed
shot.
it way
but
right.
a big green that measures better than 50 yards
still
head
on the
to
green.
toe does yield a good
Still
number
on the
of
green
eagle
green.
putts.
On the smooth fairway surface. Let's just go fire around here. Let's gotta sit down. Let's gotta sit down. Okay.
But that one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Let's try to get this within 3 feet.
I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good roll right
A
there.
little
Well
bit
done.
harder. That would have gone in. Take the
Just
birdie.
like that, it's a birdie here at 13. And this one was over a while ago. This is just a walk in the park now. On a course with so many great vistas, this is visually a tough hole, this par 4 14. Look out in the fairway and you'll see pot bunkers to contend with in your landing area. If you can stay left of the danger, you will have a better look into an elongated green. Well, that's on a pretty good line so far. Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done.
If I get this close, it'd be a miracle. And I've hit it slow as well. Oh, it's way past.
Now this for another birdie. Yeah, that's good putt. A birdie here at 1. And this is
All right.
turning into an absolute runaway
50 under
at
is
the
the
top
goal
of
for
the
the tournament.
leaderboard.
That's what we're shooting
On now
for.
to the final par 3 on the course, the 15th, listed at 206 yards. Don't be lulled to sleep by the sound of crashing waves and seagulls. This hole can bite you, especially if you don't avoid that front right bunker, the deepest on the course.
Not enough spin to hold that. Not until we get that control.
And
What is
that
those
one
lady
not
shoes?
on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
Gotta get that control on the approach shots up. And we should be able to hold that.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf.
Loose about a 3.5
Just
footer.
flew through
for
the air beautifully. Sat down fairly
par.
quick as well. Good shot.
There you
Yeah, good putt. And it's in for par here at 15. And he'll remain well under par. This is one of the signature holes here at Bandon Dunes, the par 4 16. Some golfers play for the upper fairway, which gives you a bit of an angle to the green. Others, they stay down low, which is maybe a little safer. A third option is just to try and carry it over everything, but beware
That might be in the
pot
bunker.
bunkers and the gorse if you choose option C.
Get through it.
Once again, another great tee shot.
My
I'm starting to
goodness.
wonder how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
So from just off to the side of the green here, this is second to the par 4.
That's it. Not the greatest chip there.
11 feet away.
Uphill, a little left to right to go 49 under.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And this is no longer a contest, folks. This one is all over but the shout. A lot of these holes here at Bandon Dunes have big, wide landing areas. That is not the case here at the par 4 17th. You'll need to thread the needle here with bunkers on either side, thick rough on the left, and a canyon to the right. But a safe drive in the fairway can yield a pretty good look at your second. Showing no signs of a let-up here. This tournament seemingly under control as that's in the fairway here at 17. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4.
That one checked hard.
Chance now for another birdie. Yeah,
There
that's
it
good
is.
putt. A birdie here at
50
one.
under par for the
He
tournament.
will definitely
Going to
not
the last
say
hole,
no
par
to
5.
that. On to the home hole to wrap up the round here at Bandon Dunes. And after battling to get here, isn't it nice to have a birdie hole to take you to the
Well, I'm not
clubhouse?
gonna even aim.
That's what we have with this 558-yard par 5. Simply avoid the bunkers off the tee, and you should have a good chance to reach this green in too. And that a well-placed bunker. It'll collect plenty of shots just like that one as this indeed rolls into the sand. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to
Pull
advance
this
the
back a
ball
little
so
bit.
far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Somewhere right here.
Oh, yeah, what a finish. A long one there for a
51
third
under.
consecutive birdie. Frank, one way to look
Final
at this
round,
is as a possible
60.
stepping stone to future greatness. It's an amateur
51
title for our
under
featured
par.
player. And it does include
And we
a ticket
take
to compete in the Masters
Amateur
and the
Championship.
U.S. Open.
Huge present on the back end, that's for sure. But Rich, you and I have both had
Get that
a lot of
invitation
fun
to the
covering the amateur
Masters.
games, some of these great amateur tournaments around the world.
And
And we see this young
the
talent.
US Open.
And, I mean, there's a lot of it. But it only
And that
sort
does
of
it.
eventuates in one winner. That one person gets that ticket.
What a tournament. What a 4 rounds. Just annihilated that golf course. There it is. We've qualified for the Masters. And that will be the next video. Round 1 at Augusta National, the Masters tournament, tournament as the U.S. Amateur Champion. Very prestigious invite. We're going to be beside some of the best players in the world at one of the hardest courses to play on and then one of the most pristine locations for golf. It's been a pleasure having you here. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, comment down below what you'd like to see. Thanks for stopping by. See